Hey folks, it's Tom the Frugal Prepper. I'm out here working on this 97 Honda Civic. You can see she's missing the air box, but we're just gonna stick a bungee cord over that and call it good. I cleaned up the battery and the battery terminals. She needs a AC compressor. She's got pressure in the system, but when she turns on the AC compressor, the belt starts smoking and she locks up. So I pulled the relay for now over there. She needs a rack and pinion. She's a little loose there. That rack is got a little flay in it, and it tends to dump the power steering fluid out on this side. So I got that ordered. Somebody has put the wrong alternator on it. I don't know if you can see that, but it's too wide of a pulley, but it doesn't quite rub. So we're gonna call that good. It'll be fine. She needs brakes. The brakes were pretty much metal to metal. The back brakes don't seem to be working at all, so I ordered new brakes and a hardware kit and drums and everything for that. Just got the brake lights all working. There we go. All right. I have one functioning brake light. The turn signals and everything worked, but I had to take that thing off. You have to take that whole thing off from the inside to get into it, and I replaced that brake light bulb. Yeah, she's needs a little cleaning up, but not too terribly bad. I don't know how many miles it's got on it. I don't really care. So I got this car for $200, and it's going to my son to be his first car. And you know, it's a beater with a heater, right? You know, get the brakes done on it, get the rack and pinion in it, get it aligned. I'll replace the AC compressor. I ordered a new dipstick too, because that's broken off. Need some wipers. It needs a hood prop, but those are like $35, so we're just going to cut him a stick and have him keep it with him so he can prop the hood up with that. But yeah, just kind of going through and doing a little stuff to it here and there. But this came in at the junkyard, and my friend held it off to the side for me, and because I've been looking for a beater with a heater and for my son to drive, so he got one. I mean, it's not too bad. It's sitting on the rockers. It's sitting on the pinch belt on the rockers, because that's all perfectly solid up there. Subframe, everything's solid. It's just got a little rust in these back quarters, and that's about the only spot that it has any rust under there. I mean, anything more than just like a little light surface rust. It's got a hole in the quarter there and a hole there, but other than that, this thing's pretty darn solid. So it runs and shifts perfect. Somebody put a new radiator in it at some point, and the AC system's holding air. It's just the AC compressor's locked up. I'll get that replaced. I'll probably take this off and take a look at this timing belt. These are technically interference motors, but I say what, 99% of the time when they lose a belt, you can just throw another belt on and keep driving. But we'll check that too, see how bad that is. But yeah, she's an old girl, but I think she'll run long enough for being a $200 car to get him around. He'll probably wreck the first one, you know. But yeah, see, those grounds are a little corroded, but they're working. They're good. It's fine. I'm kind of doing the vice grip garage restoration on this car. But yeah, not a terrible car for $200. Not for something that's going to run and drive. It needs tires. It doesn't have a spare tire. It had this tire shoved in the spare spot, which is the right size for the car, and it's a good tire. I'm happy to have it, but I'm gonna have to find him a spare tire and a jack and a lug wrench at a junkyard. It has an evap leak somewhere. I can smell it. I'm not worried about that. We don't have any car inspections here, but you can see these rotors were, it's been pad slapped a few times. So yeah, I just ordered new brakes and everything, just all the way around. We're gonna do brakes, then we're gonna replace the worst tire, whichever one that is, with that one new one, and maybe get him a couple of other good used tires before winter. But they put some washer fluid in it. The washer pumps and the wipers work front and back. Needs new wiper blades, but hey, I can live with that. Somebody's done some bleeding on the brakes or something, because it's got some pretty clean brake fluid in it for a 97, so it's been flushed at some point. Probably had a rusted out brake line or something. Some of the wiring here, I'll tape this up and put some loom around it. But I'm really actually kind of impressed. Everything works. Oh, I ordered a valve cover bolt for it. It's missing a valve cover bolt and it's been leaking out the front. But that's the only spot that valve cover seems to be leaking, and that's the only oil leak this thing seems to have. So I'm pretty impressed. You can see how many miles it has here. I'm kind of curious now that I'm thinking about it. Let's see. See, I'll start it up for you. I'll tell you. It needs some cleaning on the carpet. Just basically get a good shop vac and get some Gain laundry detergent and a towel. Take care of that. Oh, she got 222,925 miles. It's that 1.6 liter power. See, the radio works. If you can find a station. Let's see if it gets the important station here. It's 92.9. Nope. Somebody ripped the antenna off of it, so I'm not getting any stations. What I'll do is make up one of my dipole antennas and mount it up here above the headliner or somewhere. Just to probably come off of this connector up here where the antenna goes, and then just run it in here. Put a dipole across the headliner maybe. Just give it some kind of reception. But yeah, she runs. She came with a free bag of rice and a free watch. And the glove box doesn't open. I gotta figure out that. Make sure there's no contraband in there. Somebody might hit their pot in there, and then my son will get pulled over and get caught with it. You don't need that. But it's got this little thing that's supposed to click down, but don't click down anymore. But you know, cup holders. Got a spare hose clamp right there. Oh, I got something else too. I got some kind of a bolt right there. Yeah. I found the battery hole down in here and put that back in. So somebody has done a lot of work to this, trying to make it work, I guess, or keep it running, and they just kind of have half-butted everything. They've kind of rigged it up, but I'm just going through and fixing the basic stuff. But she runs good. She's a runner. She's a runner and a driver. And you know, right now it's got all this play in the steering wheel because the rack's bad. Every once in a while it grabs a gear. It turns a little. So I have them tow it over here. I didn't want to drive it. But yep. I'm kind of happy to find that. I'm kind of blessed to find this for my son. So I'm gonna clean her up and just get it ready here over the next week or so. I've just been ordering the cheap eBay parts, you know, and they'll come when they come, and I'll get them bolted on, and we'll get this thing on the road for him, and he'll be able to drive himself to work, which will be nice. So, all right, I'll talk to y'all later. This is Tom, your Frugal Prepper.